Yo, Elliot. Yo, I got a question today from my bro Philip K. He goes on to say, yo, Elliot, whenever I do overhead press, I aim for 10 reps and I use a weight that's challenging yet not too heavy for me. It's easy repping it out until about the 7th or 8th rep, and then suddenly it gets very hard and I can't do any more reps. I think it's a mental barrier because the previous reps always much easier and it doesn't feel like it's close to failure. How can I fix that? Bro, so it reminds me of a principle that I've used in strongman since, in fact, it's a principle that I didn't even know was a principle. It was just some crazy shit that I did when I was a kid, and it translated when I got into strongman. And it's about breaking through mental barriers, right? And so one of the things that my brother and I used to do when we were in the gym, when we were lifting in the basement, my father's basement, my father bought us a power rack, is we would choose a weight that we were supposed to do like 10 reps with, but then we would get to about the 8th or 9th rep, and then we would shout to each other, right? He would do it for me and I would do it for him. Shut off your brain, shut off your brain, turn it off, keep going, keep going, keep going. So by shouting in his ear or he's shouting in my ear, like just keep going, all of a sudden, I don't know if the wires got crossed or something got turned off, but all of a sudden where I would normally stop at 10 reps, I'm doing 20 reps, 25 reps. It just tells you mind over matter. So the key here is to turn your brain off, to not think about the fact that you're close to 10 reps. Just keep going till your body can't go anymore. Now, I'm gonna put that on hyperdrive for you here in a moment by telling you that one of the secrets to be able to push through physical barriers by blowing your mind open is by shouting! Ah! I used to make so much noise in my parents' basement. My mom and my aunt used to come downstairs and make sure that I was okay, right? You okay down there? Because once I got to a particular point, like when my brother would say, shut your brain off, then I would just start shouting. And we would do it with like, say, like bent over rows. So I'd be there, almost there. My brother would be like, shut your brain off. And then I would go, ah, 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 ah. Watch me when I'm training too in my training vlogs. Watch some of my oldest videos when I'm doing strongman. I'm doing like a sled drag. I'll get to a point where it's like, I'm done. I'm literally done. And then I'll start going like this. Ah, ah, ah. Watch my old strongman competitions. Right here on this channel. Making my dog crazy over there. All my dogs are coming to save me right now. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, watch those, or just even watch some of my most recent videos. I'm shouting, bro. And I'm not shouting because it's a fun show or I'm trying to show off, whatever it is. When I shout, I don't know what happens, but lines get crossed, things get shut off, and my brain just dissolves. It's really about shutting your brain off. When you shout, you're not thinking, because it takes so much vital force, so much vital energy to project that way that the brain fucking turns off. In fact, in order to shout, you're breaking inhibitions. I think that's really what it's about. It's about breaking the inhibition. When you're lifting, you get inhibited, right? And in order to blow through inhibitions, you do something that's crazy. So start shouting, right? Get to that 7th rep. When you get to that 7th rep, just start going, ah! Ah! Just shout it out. Make a lot of noise and just like, all of a sudden like a switch goes on and you're just gonna be like a beast, like a monster. Now, your form might suffer a little bit, and that happens sometimes when you're trying to be a beast, and you just gotta deal with that, do that. But it's really about turning up the heat, shutting off your brain, shouting your head off, and get through those last few reps, dude. And I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Watch me. Go on my channel, right? Go on this channel and go to like the very first video. It's like the first or second video. It's like one of the very first videos on my channel. And I was about 190 pounds, a much smaller version of me. It was like back in 2006, 2007. And I'm flipping 1,000-pound tire for the first time. Watch how I shout, and watch as I'm lifting it. Listen to how loud I'm shouting. Ah! 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 And I get underneath it. Ah, ah, all that shouting, all that shouting. Think about Bruce Lee. Ever watch Bruce Lee movies? This guy's kicking people's asses. He's whooping people's asses. What is he doing the whole time while he's whooping your ass, right? Wah, 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 ah, whoo. think all that shouting breaks his inhibition and it makes you stronger. Making noise makes you stronger. There was this girl that used to play tennis. I used to like watching her when I was a teenager, and I always go watch Monica Seles. Check out, go on YouTube and look up Monica Seles. I think it's Seles with an S, S-E-L-E-S. Back in like the 80s or 90s, right? She was a great tennis player, but I love watching her play because I like listening. She was like this. The only tennis player that would make a lot of noise, and she would just wail that fucking ball. She sounded, I just like the way she sounded when she did that. Hitting that ball. But the fact that she was making that noise allowed her to project that energy and like whoop that fucking ball over that net. So, I mean, it's not just OE antidotes. There's a lot of athletes, there's a lot of performers, a lot of people out there that use this principle of projecting through the sound in your body. Think about what sound is too, right? Sound is a vibration. And what does vibration do? Vibration breaks shit up. Think about like in a city in California that's going through an earthquake. It's shaking, right? The earth is shaking, and what happens? Things crumble. Things break up. Things break up. We have neurotic holding patterns in our body. We have inhibitions in our mind, in our body, that if we create a which is a what? It's a vibration, right? It's a sound. Sound waves. Sounds could like break glasses and shit. You're like breaking the neurotic holding patterns, you're breaking the inhibitions, and you're unleashing your strength, your power, and your prowess as a powerlifting athlete. And I think you can do it. Try it. Shout your balls off at the gym, hit that PR, and then they're gonna kick you out. Then you have to go home and you watch my other video about how to build a home gym. Done.